Hey everybody, this is Mattie here with Altcoin Buzz. Hope you're having a fantastic Saturday and a phenomenal weekend so far. We're going to look at a number of stories today, somewhat rapid fire. We're looking at Licia's take on BitPay, which has a bit of a schizophrenic outlook when it comes to the cryptocurrency market regarding Bitcoin and altcoins. We're taking a look at updates with Stellar Blockchain and kind of celebrating the fact that they've got some tremendous growth figures that they can boast. We'll take a look at what that's all about. We'll take a look at an update with Neo and a rebranding initiative that they're undertaking. So we'll bring you up to speed with that particular information. But let's begin, as always, on altcoinbuzz.io today with this story posted by Sebastian, written by Shashwat Gupta. So we're looking at 10 low market cap coins that I, Shash, am dollar cost averaging, and this is part one. We're looking at 5 of those coins. So big caveat here, guys, big disclaimer before we launch into this. This is not financial advice in any way, but so many of you have been asking about some of these under the radar projects. And so this is specifically addressing those requests, really looking at the coins that are very, very, very low market cap and projects that have really not been listed on any of the big exchanges yet. So by Shash. Last few months have been good for me as a long-term investor to buy into many blockchain projects that I missed the chance during their ICOs, and some ICOs I passed on but wished to pick up later. Over the last couple of weeks, I've been placing orders on the projects mentioned here, and many should be completed over the next few. Most of this list consists of low market cap coins that are not existing on top volume exchanges, so taking a chance on them is a gamble nonetheless. But as a researcher and crypto enthusiast, I am excited to see the future of these projects. I am not a financial advisor, trader, fund manager, or an accredited investor, and these are just my personal opinions from a list of limited numbers of projects I looked at. With that being said, here is the first part of my top cryptocurrencies with a low market cap to check out and with their upcoming updates. So there you have it, guys. Make sure you take this disclaimer to heart. We're not suggesting you invest in any of these, but these are some interesting projects on our radar, either because of the teams involved, the technologies, what they're doing in terms of their scope in the commercial space. We're not going to be able to look at all of them in much detail individually, but we're going to list them here for you, and you can take a look further at their web pages, which we'll link to in the description below. So the first of these top 10 low market cap coins is POA Network, and that's sitting at a market cap currently of $12.3 million. Do be sure to check out what Shash has to say about POA, and again, link to their homepage if you're more interested in learning more. Loki, I believe, is second from the bottom here in terms of being the lowest market cap, so that's sitting at $4.5 million for its total evaluation. DAO Stack, which we talked about, if you remember a few months back, we did a specific feature video on DAO Stack, on the project, what it is they're trying to accomplish. We're going to link to that as well in the description below. But they're at a $3 million project evaluation right now. Moving on, we have P-Chain at $12.7 million market cap valuation. And finally, Seal at $17.9 million. So again, guys, it's up to you to look into these more individually. We don't have time to go over all of them in this quick news update. But, again, it's not financial advice, but if you're behind a project, if you like a given project, you want to get behind it ideally before it's listed on 100 million different exchanges, right? You want to get behind some of these, and whether it's these projects or other projects that you're, pretty gung-ho about, you want to get after them before they're on the Binances, before they're on the Coinbases of the world. And that's just what we're suggesting here. We feel that some of these may have potential. You may agree, you may disagree. That's fine. But, to, again, quote I forget if it's the Rockefellers or the Rothschilds. I always forget. This is not financial advice, but just to list that quote. The way to get rich is to buy up assets when blood is running in the streets. So if we like some of these projects last month, 6 months ago, maybe in January, maybe in December, then what's not to like about them now? We know some of the team members. We know that they're well run. We know that they have excellent ambition. So that's kind of what we're saying here is just check them out. You want to get behind projects when they are low market caps. We're not suggesting you invest in any of these at all if you don't want to, but just something to keep on your radar if you're interested in this kind of stuff. And do be sure to check out part 2, which will be the next 5 in our series of 10 low market cap coins that Sash is dollar cost averaging. Those 5 will be posted soon enough. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and maybe if you have some other ones that you're keen on that we haven't listed, we'd love to hear your perspective on this particular issue. In other news, by way of Licia, we're talking about BitPay, which is very schizophrenic in terms of its stance. So, quote, they've never been more bullish. That's when it comes to Bitcoin specifically, but CCO doubting altcoins' long-term potency. So, Sunny Singh, who's the Chief Commercial Officer, CCO of blockchain payment processor BitPay, has shared his views on the future of the crypto market. In an interview with Bloomberg TV, he particularly noted that he is very bullish on Bitcoin and that his business is growing. And yet the same enthusiasm does not apply to altcoins, with Singh doubting their long-term potency. So if you want to read more about the history of, how we've gotten to this point, really, this stage of the cryptocurrency market, Alicia sums up a bunch of important milestones and news pieces here. If you want to take a look at the original reporting on Bloomberg, here we have it. ICO market is in a lot of trouble, BitPay's Singh says. But at the same time, he's so bullish on Bitcoin. So this is clearly a Bitcoin maximalist who feels that over time, the dominance is something that you can really count on. If you're not familiar with BitPay, do be sure to check out their website, bitpay.com. But let's go back to Licia's take on this whole thing. So Singh is of the opinion that the ICO market will be in a lot of trouble with the current price of Bitcoin, noting that, quote, when you are seeing the Bitcoin price drop, ICOs are no longer in favor anyway. They are down 95%. So people aren't really trading ICOs as much anymore. In order for it to recover, he adds, the Bitcoin price needs to hit $10,000. Otherwise, a lot of those ICOs will never make it back to where they were recently. So this is clearly the case of somebody that views Bitcoin as the king of the crypto space. This is obviously a Bitcoin maximalist. It's interesting to see this kind of dynamic because there's a massive contrast. I'm kind of more in the middle. I think that there are a lot of losers in the altcoin space because there are a lot of projects that either aren't serious or just straight up ICOs can be outright scams. Unfortunately, that's the nature of this space that we're in. It's the Wild West. I do think there's room for, whether it's these low market cap projects that we talked about that do have a lot of passionate, intelligent people behind them, or whether it's some of the, like even the top 10 altcoins of the world. I do feel that there's space for both Bitcoin and some of the other winners, but then those other winners are few and far between. There's a lot of competition. And there's a lot of crap out there, unfortunately. So I think I'm a little bit more moderate than Sunny Singh, but let us know what your thoughts are about this issue. It's an interesting one to discuss. Of course, we're going to link to everything in the description below. In other quick news, Stellar Blockchain sees 2,500% growth in adoption, making it the fastest growing ICO platform of 2018. So over 2,700 ICOs registered with the ICO Bench platform in 2018. And of those, just over 2,400, representing just under 90% of all token sales coming to market over that period, have issued or plan to issue their tokens via the Ethereum network. So that means the remaining 350 ICOs are distributed tightly across the other 102 blockchain platforms registered on the ICO Bench databases. However, 50 of these list Stellar as either their primary or unique platform, now making Stellar by far the leading platform within the altco space. So Stellar's been doing okay, especially if you look back. I mean, everything's relative, right? But over the time scale, the time frame of about a year, Stellar's been doing quite well, and it's sitting at a unit price right now of about 20 cents. Look at that. Over a year, it's up over 1,600% in terms of its growth. So I know these aren't exactly all-time highs at the moment, but nonetheless, this is a success story. And if you invested a year ago in Stellar, you're smiling right now. So you guys can check out the details on this, read about it in more detail if you like. We're going to link to that, of course, below. In other quick news, NEO to undergo rebrand as home of the new smart economy. What is this all about? The prize pool payable in NEO gas tokens will be awarded to the top 3 entries of this particular announcement that we're going to look at in a second in both categories, with prizes ranging from $5,800 to $1,000. I'm not sure if that should be $10,000. Maybe that's a typo. But either way, smaller weekly awards of $150 will also be paid out to the groups. So what is this all about? You guys can check out NEO here on CoinGecko. It's not financial advice, but I think this is a bargain for NEO personally. So this whole thing that they're up to right now via NEO Smart Economy. NEO Creative Design Competition is launching now. This competition includes 2 tracks, NEO Website Design and NEO Icon Design. Join it and show your talent to win up to $30,000 total prize in gas. Have fun. Click here for more information. You guys can check that out. So if you guys are designers, you guys are into website, online illustration, or you're just the creative type, you want to get into this, hey, throw your hat into the race, and why not? The creative design competition. Submission period is underway right now between September 12th and October 14th. You still have nearly a month to get involved. So, hey, let us know if you're interested in that kind of thing in the comments below. I'm sure we have some very creative types out there in the Altcoin Buzz army. With that, everybody, make sure you're following Altcoin Buzz and Altcoin Buzz News. If you enjoyed the video, leave us a thumbs up, smash that like button, and make sure you're not only subscribed, but you're notified by clicking the bell to receive notifications, because we put out new videos all the time. Members of the Altcoin Buzz Army, if you choose to invest, hey, I wish you happy investing. Check out our last video here on the right, as well as our website, altcoinbuzz.io, for our newest publications. Have a wonderful Saturday. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you again soon in a new video. Take care.